So finally, I found one that I actually like, and I've bought it. I'm going to fit it in the van today, and it's probably going to change the way I cook in the van forever. So this is the Wonder Oven from our place. Now, I just want to point out this video is not sponsored at all. This is me going out and buying this because I like the look of it. I like the spec of it, and it just seems like the perfect air fryer that does a combination of other things as well, but it seemed like the perfect air fryer to actually fit in the van. And I've been putting it off for such a long time because I've never found one that I like. This one, however, has changed my mind, and we're going to put it through some tests today. I like it when brands add that little personal touch. Okay, so we've got a recipe booklet. We've got just their brochure by the looks of it. And we've got the user manual. Buffalo wings, roasted chicken, za'atar flatbread with caramelized onions, roasted summer squash with chimichurri. Nice. Oh, it's beautiful. It's actually a beautiful looking oven. Now, I went for the blue one. Now, one of the things I love about the Wonder Oven from our place is the colours. Just all the colours of everything they do. Their famous product is the Wonder Pan, which I will probably test at some point. But this Wonder Oven, it comes in this colour blue, or it comes in a lovely soft baby pink, and then a really nice eggshell colour. It's just beautiful branding, and that sells. So I'm assuming this is going to be the grill pan. Yeah. Okay. Lovely, even that's coloured. The colour of that's beautiful. Okay, there's probably instructions I should be reading right now, but I would have thought that goes there, and I would have thought that goes in there, and for now I guess you use one or the other. So for now I'm just going to put them in there just while we do the install. Honestly, it's gorgeous, isn't it? So I've actually had a little sort out in here, and I've lowered one of the shelves just so this can fit. So on the website I got all the dimensions, so fingers crossed it's going to fit, but it's meant I had to shuffle around. But actually it was a really good thing, because I had so much stuff in here that I just could either throw away or I could put into storage. Yeah, we've got a nice little space for it now. Let's get it in. Okay, so she's in, and she's absolutely beautiful. Love it. So for years I've not really been an oven cook, rarely use an oven, but there's one thing that's really hard to get right in a van, and I have got an adaptation, but it's pizza. Now, I've got Italian blood, I've got ragu in these veins. I need pizza in my life, and I've got my uni oven that is great when I'm outdoors, but for making it inside, I've adapted this pan recipe, which is okay, but this should be a bit of a game changer. Then of course you see these amazing recipes going viral online, all done in an air fryer, all these air fryer hacks that are just incredible, and it's going to be really good to replicate some of those in the van. Exciting times. So why have I picked the Wonder Oven, and is it going to work with my setup? Well, I think it's important to be clear with what I've got going on electric wise in the van. So I've got an amazing 400 amp hour lithium Roma battery, and the guys at Roma were incredibly helpful, combined with the guys at Bluefix that, you know, I had just legends telling me what sort of setup I needed. So getting that 400 amp hour battery, I've got 285 watt solar panels on the roof. Not that they're very effective at this time of year. It's winter. It's the UK. I've also got two Victron Orion 30 amp DC to DC chargers. So when I go for a nice drive, I'm getting a good bit of charge, way better than those split charge relays that I used to have. And the Victron stuff, just plug and play, so easy. So highly recommend getting those. But I've got two. So things charge up quite quickly in the van. It's a beast of a battery to charge, but with this setup, I'm generally nearly always sitting at somewhere between 80 and 100% really. So I am using an older version of the Roma app on an Android phone. It's a strange Chinese app, but it's been really good actually. I don't think it's amazingly accurate, but it's telling me there I'm at 91%. So running in the van at the moment and all night since I've been driving has been my heater has been running, which is a 5 kilowatt max peeding rod heater. Really, really good. This time of year it's been -2 at night, so that's been running quite a lot. I've got my halogen lights in the ceiling. They've been on a lot. I've got an epic TV as well. Then I've got the security cameras. I've got my fridge as well. So I've generally got a lot of things draining the battery all the time, and that was one thing I really struggled with before I got Roma and Bluefix on the case to help me get this right. So with all this draw going on, was getting an air fryer going to be a good idea? Well, there's only really one way to find out. So why I went with the Wonder Oven really is because it air fries, it bakes, it grills, it reheats, it roasts, it toasts. I mean, that's quite a lot of features for one little oven. And I'm not going to lie, I think it looks beautiful. I kind of bought it with my eyes, but the spec on this oven was really similar to the other air fryer that I use, which is a Tower air fryer, and it's 1400 watts, and that was working fine. I didn't really like it. It was big, it was clunky, it was an air fryer, it had a big drawer, it had a stupid size. I didn't really enjoy it. It's, again, just not my style of cooking. But this, giving all the other features it does, and the way it looks, I had to give it a go. So according to the app, I've got a draw going on of about 2 amps at the moment. So 2 amps pulling, I don't know what that is, the lights, the fridge, the security cameras. Only 2 amps. I thought it'd be more than that. Again, this app maybe isn't the most accurate, but let's see what happens when we turn this on for the very first time. Okay, so there's a difference. 114 amps. For you guys who are a lot more technical than I am, you're going to know what that means. But I'm just going to go very roughly on the percentage of how much battery I've got left. So I obviously want to preheat the oven. It's only at 110 degrees at the moment, but I'm going to crank it to 200. Oh, it's going to 115, 113. Okay, so it's also telling me the power in wattage is 1456. So, not going to lie, I'm nervous. Okay, I'd really like to stress the importance that if you do fit something like this, that you have someone check over your wiring, make sure your wires are thick enough to handle that kind of draw, and also that your inverter is going to handle it as well. I've got a 2000 watt inverter, so I'm a little nervous. I remember Bluefix telling me as long as I'm not running anything too heavy, that inverter will be okay. It's a pure sine wave inverter, and it's never given me any grief. I've had it for years, and it was cheap. So I am nervous, but let's see what happens. And I need an excuse to buy a Victron inverter, really, don't I? So I'm going to get a little bit creative now. I'm going to cook something that's going to be worthy of the air fryer test. I'm going to cook 2 things today. I'm going to be winging it a little bit now, but I'm going to cook something that I think will be creative and worthy of all these viral air fryer recipes that are out there. I'm gonna try and do my own take on that. So yeah, I'm gonna get cooking. Just while that's cooking, I'm just going to check, see where we're at. So we were at 90% when we started this cook. We're now at 86%, so it's used 4% of my battery. It seems to have some sort of regulator inside, which is making it hot and then sustaining, then getting hot and then sustaining, a bit like a compressor fridge really. So at the moment it's minus 1470 watts. So it's booting it at the moment, but a moment ago it was sitting there at 40 watts. Cheeky little peak there. It's crisping up like a beaut. And they've been cooking now for 12 minutes. I'm going to take them to about, I'm going by colour there, so I'm going to go for about 16 minutes on these. Again, we're at 84%, so I actually don't think that's too bad. I mean, the air fryer can do things in sort of 10 to 20 minutes really. So, I mean, I'm guessing you're going to use about 10% of a 400 amp hour battery for 20-minute cooks. I think that's all right. I've just taken it to 18 minutes. Okay, so any second now, we're going to hear that magic noise to say it is ready. I can see the dial. It should be now. I thought my timing was perfect, but it's not. There we go. Lovely, they're ready. Look at these. Look at that. Cheese and tomato chicken popcorn. I mean, let's be realistic. I've got Italian blood. Just stick a bit of cheese and tomato in anything, and it's good. Look at these. These are really juicy. Mmm. Mmm. Squidge test. They are really, really yummy. I love those. So let's see, the moment of truth. Is this an appliance that is suitable for van life? I'm going to say full-time van life, because if you're on a hookup, you could use anything. You could kit your motorhome van out with absolutely anything and it'll be fine. So to run an air fryer off a battery, full-time van life, 83%. We started on 90 and we cooked that for 18 minutes. I'm really happy with that. I think that that's decent. I can easily get that back, especially in the summer. I think I wouldn't even notice the power draw with the solar working. I think this is an amazing appliance, but the ultimate test is yet to come, because what do I miss most about not having an oven? Pizza. Oh, look at that bubble. So because this one is quite challenging on the power here, we want that oven to be really, really hot. So we're also going to be on the bake mode, and we also want to preheat that oven as well. Holy actual moly. This. Wait till you see this. Shut the fridge. Look. Look. Look at that. Absolute beauty. Crispy, 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 airy. Oh man, look at that. Yes, I am so impressed with this. This is awesome. This was 10 minutes. I know I made a good dough to start with, but you know, the base has come out perfect. There's a crispy crunch to the dough. Oh man, I put way too much cheese on it as well, and I need a knife and I need a slice. Oh man, good pizza. I love a wood-fired pizza, but this, 10 minutes. Okay, we need to check how much did that cane my battery. Let's look. So we are at 75. What did we start on? We started on 86, was it? The 75%, so was that 11% of my battery? That's the oven on a smidge off of full power. That's on the bake mode, full power, 10 minutes. Again, I don't think that's too bad. So 11% for pretty much a smidge off of full power on bake mode for 10 minutes. It's not killing my battery. I'm going to gain that back in the summer, day after day, and it's not going to kill my battery. I can use that winter. This is prime winter. This is no sun. This is cold. Heater on all the time. Lights on. It's dark and dingy. Actually, it's a little bit sunny. But I'm getting no power from the solar at all. I'm still going to be able to cook a meal, 2 meals, 3 meals even. It won't be a problem to do 4, because I'm going to gain that back after a short drive anyway with the DC to DC chargers. But even if I didn't, even if I'm stationary, cooking my dinner on this oven is going to work a treat. And I have to say, I'm so impressed how quickly it cooks. I guess because it's very small, everything's all reflective inside as well. And the heat's just there, compacted in, and it's a great oven. I'm stoked. This is an amazing oven. So I'm going to sit down and devour this pizza now, but on my mind, I'm going to say to you that this is the best air fryer I've tried. I've tried a lot of them. Some of the big Ninja ones, they're just too juicy for the van. You'll need a big old inverter to do that, as well as big old juicy batteries. But even the smaller ones, the tower one that I had, same wattage as this, 1400 watts, it just did not have this effect. And the fact that it does all these other things, and it's brought pizza like this back onto the menu. I'm hand on heart will recommend the Our Place Wonder Oven. Now I've heard their pan's very good as well, so that's one to check out. But for now, see you next time.